Hey YouTube, this is a new channel which I've just recently set up. It's called PokéCastXVll. So I guess this is more of an introduction video, but rather than sit here and talk about myself, I thought it'd be a lot better to actually do something. So with that in mind, I have actually got here a box of Noble Victories, which I'm just going to open and see what I get.
Alright, hey YouTube, this is PokéCastXVll here, and as you can probably tell by the introduction bit, that this was actually the very first video that I actually uploaded as a solo YouTuber. So I guess the reason why I wanted to, re-upload this video is because recently I've actually hit 1,000 subscribers, which is great, and thanks to everyone who has subscribed. I really do appreciate it. I guess it's fun to take a look back sometimes. I guess previous videos that I've done, I've actually got a lot of these videos, videos that I've made that were never actually uploaded, or uploaded videos that were removed. So I guess maybe once in a while I might re-upload like an old video. Yeah, this is, if you haven't guessed by the title, or the if you don't really know the set too well, this is actually a Noble Victories boosted box opening. And yeah, as you can tell by the video, I just put all the more usable cards and the reverse hollows just aside. So yeah, I think we're on second pack here. So if you do actually want any of these cards, I think I've still got some of them, so be aware that I might not actually have a lot of these cards. So I think, yeah, in the second pack I pulled, is that a reverse hollow Durant? Yeah, it's a reverse hollow Durant, and I mean, who knew back then it was going to become what it eventually was, and I'm very glad to see that card gone. So I think we're on third pack here. I remember being really nervous when I first did this video, because obviously I went out and I think boxes in the UK are roughly about maybe £80, 75 if you're lucky, and I guess the fear with doing things like this is, oh, okay, so I got a secret rare Meowth there. I think I was really happy about that. So yeah, the fear of, I guess, opening a box and then for something to go wrong, and then, you know, you can't really go back on that, whereas, like, if you do a deck profile or something else, it's a lot easier to edit. So, yeah, so I pulled the secret rare Meowth there. I remember being really happy about that, because I think the ratios of those were, like, 1 in every 4 boxes, I think. Okay, so a Victini, which is the reverse hollow one. I think there's a rare in there somewhere. I'm really not too sure what it is. Okay, it was the Jellicent. So, and I think actually looking back on this as well, when I was listening to the audio, I mispronounced a lot of the names wrong as well. So that was also really embarrassing. So I thought I might as well just redo the audio. Okay, so reverse hollow Plume Fossil and a Gigalith rare by the looks of it. Yeah, so I'm not actually too sure what I've got left of. I know I've definitely got this the Meowths. I've got I think about 5 full art ends, so I think I'm using 4 of those. So if anyone needs one, I guess I can trade that or whatever. Those Trubbish, actually, I went looking for them a little while ago. Actually, I was looking for reverse hollow ones. I managed to get a couple of those. Okay, what's in that pack? Okay, a reverse hollow Crossel and a rare Lilligant, I think it was. Okay, so yeah, they're similar to like a lot of my booster box openings. They're in 2 stacks, 2 stacks of piles, and yeah, they've got code cards as well. So let's see, remove the code card, and we have a reverse hollow Tynamo and a hollow Victini. So yeah, that was another really popular card to come out of the set, was Electrics and Tynamos. So those were quite wanted cards at the time. And personally, I really like this format. I thought there was a lot of really creative decks that came out of Noble Victories, but unfortunately with the EXs coming out, okay, so it was I think it was a rare Drodagon and a reverse hollow Shelmet. Yeah, unfortunately with Next Destinies, when that came out and they brought out a lot of EXs, it shut down a lot of decks that I really liked, because I thought it was a really creative format. So see. Okay, so I'm assuming we're about halfway through. I don't know, halfway through the first pile. Okay, that was another deck that I was particularly referring to, was Chandelier. I mean, that was a really popular deck at the time, and it was really creative as well. I really, even though I didn't play it, I really admired the complexity of playing it. So let's see what we get in this one. So I'm trying to think, what deck was I playing at the time? Okay, trying to see what we got there. I have no idea. Okay, I think it's an Escavalier. Yep. Is that reverse hollow? No idea. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I think at the time I was playing, I played a few decks. I played Reshifusion, which is a bit of Vanilla, so that was another really popular deck. And I think I was looking for Eviolites as well at the time. Yep, yeah, as you can see, I pulled out the Eviolite because I really wanted that card. Yeah, I played Reshifusion for a bit in that format, which worked reasonably well, but unfortunately with Curum it kind of slowed it down a little bit. And Donphan Dragons as well, I really liked, and with Curum that really helped it out. So okay, Stunfisk and Electros. Okay, and there's Ends was another really popular card to come out of the format. So yeah, I think I think at the time I was really hoping for. I wanted a full art in. I knew that much. I didn't really know about the other full art though. I mean, looking back, Terrakion would have been a good card to pull, a good full art to pull, but I didn't really need it at the time because I was playing Donphan. Okay, this is a rare Seismitoad and it's a Duosion, I think. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm doing with these piles. It looks like I think I'm going alternately. I think I'm going one from the right and then one from the left. So not all from one side, if that makes sense. Okay, I didn't see what we pulled in that. I think okay, so it was a time pole or a tin pole. Yeah, I think I'm going alternately with these boosters. And I don't know if you could tell by the beginning, I didn't have a tripod at this point, so it was a little bit shaky at the beginning. Okay, so there's a full art in here. Okay, it's a Carablast, I think that's what it's called, a Carablast. Okay, it's a full art Cabalion, which I've actually got 2 of those now. I'm not sure if they're still playable, but if anyone needs them, then you know where to go. So yeah, I think there's okay, so there's one full art for the box. The full art, the ratios for these boxes were, I think they were 2 full arts and the possibility of a secret rare. In exchange for when the EXs came out, they were 2 full arts and 1 EX. Was it? I think it was. So 1 full art and 2 EXs. Okay, so there's a Haxorus and something else in there. I think it was a Golok. I think. Might have to double check that. Okay, and yeah, I think the online game was new. This was the first set that introduced the online game as well. Okay, so a reverse holo Eviolite, which I'm sure I still have. I must still have it because I know they're really useful. Okay, okay, so I assume now we're about halfway through the box. I'm assuming. I thought we were going to be halfway through one pile, but yeah, I kind of worked out that I'm going alternately instead of straight down one pile. So okay, let's remove the code card and see what we get. Okay, I completely forgot what that Pokemon's called. A Frillish, I think it is. Is it Frillish? Okay, yeah, so reverse holo. I think it's a Frillish. Might have to look it up later. Okay, and okay, reverse holo side and a Hydreigon, which is it's not really seeing much play at the moment. Still waiting to be played. It definitely could see a lot of play if it wanted to. I suppose it doesn't count as dragon type, so you can't really use it with Gabite as such. But I'm not really too sure about that card personally. I mean, okay, okay, a Caracosta and a Dradagon, I think. Yeah, so I remember at the time the online game was new and everyone was putting their code cards in. One thing I do like about, for example, like Play TCG, even though it is a bit laggy at times, I suppose at least you can build a lot more freely, which is, okay, a Landorus, which I vaguely remember putting a Landorus at the pre-release, actually, at the Noble Victories pre-release. And, but weirdly enough, I never actually used Landorus. I never really felt the need to. Let's see. Okay, reverse holo Super Rod, which I was definitely looking for at the time, I remember that much. Yeah, because at the time I remember we had because we was in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Almonds format, and we had Flower Shop Lady, so that was a great alternative because obviously you don't want to waste your supporter for the turn. We didn't have Random Receiver at the time, so everyone was still playing Collector. Okay, an LGM, and is that a Reuniclus or a Duosion? I think it's a Reuniclus. Okay, so there's still one more full art in the box. I'm kind of leave it a surprise if you don't already know. but I think at the time I was hoping for a full art N. Getting to the format a little bit more, okay, another Cobalion. I probably would have wanted I guess a Terrakion, but I didn't know that at the time because I hadn't played in the format. But yeah, I think at the time, as I was saying, I really liked this format personally. I went to 2 city championships in this format, and I came top 8, and I came second in one other one. So that's why I said I really like the okay, it's a Heatmore. I was gonna say Heatran, but that's another Pokemon. No, Heatmore. Yeah, yeah, I think a lot of really good decks came out, and Six Corners was another deck that although I didn't play it, I really admired the complexity of well, I guess of having to play it. So, okay, and okay, that was a really good pack actually. I mean, I didn't know at the time other than the Kyurem, but I actually went looking for that Trubbish quite recently because I'm just looking into Garbodor personally. Yeah, so I went looking for quite a few of those Trubbishes, and I've got 4 now, so I'm good with those. But those Kyurems I was definitely particularly after. I was really after at the time. Okay, Frisian, and I remember thinking that Archeops was going to be quite popular, but nothing really kind of came around with that. It's not to say that it still can't be, but okay, let's see what we get. Okay, Reverse Hollow N. I was definitely looking for those because I didn't have any full arts at the time. And is that a Garbodor in there? Yeah, so I think at the time I was trying to get hold of some Reverse Hollow ones because I knew they're going to be a lot easier to get hold of. Luckily now I've managed to get quite a few full arts, so I'm using those at the moment. Okay, is that a Conkeldurr? Yep, okay. And it looks like we're almost done on this side. I would estimate maybe another 5-6 packs. I'd probably be wrong, but okay, see what we get. Okay, an X-Transceiver and a Zebstrika. I think it was a Zebstrika rare. Okay, yeah, so already I think there was this is generally quite a good box, I thought personally. Okay, is there anything in here? Okay, there's a full art in this boost. Okay, so Reuniclus in Hollow, and a full art N, which I was particularly happy about because yeah, I was looking for some. But yeah, I think this generally was quite a good box because on top of the 2 full arts, I also pulled a secret rare. I think the ratios of a secret rare were 1 in every 4 boxes, I think. So I was told. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, a Lampent, another Chandelure. Okay, probably should have been keeping an eye on how many electrics I pulled because I know they were very tradable at the time. So yeah, this was filmed. I did this I think about a year ago now, a little under a year ago now. Okay, Rocky Helmet. I've never seen the playability in that card. I know a lot of people still play it, but I've never really wanted to play that card. I'm sure I've still got the Rocky Helmet here somewhere, but yeah, it received a lot of hype, that card, but no, I didn't particularly like it, if I'm honest. Okay, a Yamask, and another Reuniclus, I think. Yeah, at the time I always opted with plus power, especially with having junk arm. Now I wouldn't even play plus power just because it's not searchable once it's a new discard pile. Unless of course you play Sableye or you're playing some form of Darkrai variant, then okay, Scavalier and a Victini, which I think I can't remember if I wanted that or not. I did end up using it, I know that much, but I wasn't sure if it was a card that I was particularly after as such. Okay, and I think at the time, I was approaching the 15-minute mark or whatever for YouTube videos, and obviously with YouTube having its time restraint, and this is my very first video. Yep, that was the last booster. Okay, I think this was just a quick recap of me just saying buy boosters, trade cards with me inbox or whatever, or something like that. But yeah, as you can still see, it's a bit shaky because it's not on a tripod. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, if you want anything, then just be sure to put it in the inbox, and I'll have a look, see if I still have it. But if not, then yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. Thanks so much for subscribing, because it really does mean an awful lot. And yeah, I will hopefully see you soon.